You there, Randall?
Hey, welcome back, everybody, to PTI Motorsports Cup Series. We're back here at our first time, I should say, at Martinsville, Martinsville Speedway. We're going to get some beating and banging done tonight with the boys. Had a little bit late of a start here tonight, so we'll get right to it. Got a couple guys in here to give them an interview, a little pre-race interview, see how their cars are feeling for the night. So we'll start with Bo real quick. Bo Hunter, how's it going, man? How's the car feeling?
Oh, not too bad. And it's all going to depend on the lobby.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. 1 minute I'm loose, 1 minute I'm tight.
That's it,
I
eh?
messed with it for the past 2 days, and this morning I was like, you know what? I thought I got it good, and I'm like, I'm just running with it.
Right on. We also got, well, good luck, too, on your race tonight, but we also got Hellcat in here, too. How's your car feeling tonight, my man?
Mine's doing pretty good. I think the long one's going to be key here.
Yeah, could be. How'd you guys qualify?
I think I qualified 7th.
Yeah.
I'm starting right beside him.
Right on. Oh, yeah, it could be. This series does tend to get longer runs, so so yeah, it could be. If you got a long run car, it could come in handy. That's for sure. But we never know. It is Martinsville. A lot could happen quick. So
yes, it can.
Yep.
Right on. All right, boys. Well, good luck to both of you tonight. Thanks for stopping by the booth quick here for the pre-race action. I'll let you guys go get in the lobby and get ready to race.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for jumping in there, guys. All right. Well, let's just let these guys get loaded up into the race. And let me just try to get a couple feeds sent out here. Just give me 1 second. All right, let me just send this out to a couple people. To this. I'm just trying to share this to a couple of places. All right, so we're getting some invites now, so they're just about getting ready to go. Let me just get this shared to a couple of spots. Let me get this turned down too. Get to there and get it to there. I'm gonna do it one at a time. Yes, that's interesting. Why is everything always so difficult with these things? I don't understand it sometimes. So I'm not sure of the lap count that we have. Because I'm a little discombobulated. Had a little bit of issue trying to get everything sorted out here to start. Looks like I'm just going to have to do this the old way. Oh my God, what is happening with this? Sometimes, sometimes things just don't want to work out. Let me try this one more time here. That. Go to that. Go to this. Let me share it. I don't understand what is going on, but we do have some invites at least. I haven't got a join yet, so we're not quite in the race yet. I'm not sure why this is not allowing me to share. I'm still getting some invites, so we're getting close. Okay, so we got one link just in case I'm typical. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Now we can copy that. Go to the actual page. Paste it right in here in general. What's that? Everyone. Alright, now we got it to there. Now, just about, I think I could also send it to this channel. Alright, just sent it out to about 175 people. So let's see how that goes. So we're just about there. Give me one sec. Oh, we did get to join. That is a good sign. So I can get us in there right now. Well, let's do that. And there's the order. So typical with the poll. Oh, no, wait. Let's see who's on top. JRM with the poll. Typical Smoke AJ, Billy, Reckless, Hellcat, Bo, Shady, and Hollywood round up to 10. All right. I think they might be underway. I'm not sure if they're going to do a couple pace laps, but we might miss a lap or so. Let's hope we don't. Sorry the lack of info, too, on the race here, on the stuff. Let's make sure, see if we can get Billy if he's streaming. I really hope so, because I will be even more in the dark. I've done a Martinsville race on broadcast before in the dark, but it was kind of a pain in the butt not knowing anything. Yeah, we got Billy stream. Perfect. All right, they are underway. They are on lap 5 right now. Sorry for the little bit of delay there, folks, but nevertheless, we're at the action. We got that 7 back out in front. He likes the front. These shorter tracks, that's for sure. Smoke followed right behind. And then we got AJ Storm, followed by Typical, and Billy, Reckless, and Hellcat is the top 7 that I could see. I'll go through the field in just a moment. Get this headset plugged in. Alright, well, it looks like it's pretty spread out, these front couple cars. A little action here. Typical going to get the 6, just a tap. Just a tap. They're going to make a little contact coming out. But I think they'll be fine. So he's going to drive off. Pass back here. Look with Billy in this 42. He'll be all over the back of that 42. Oh, a little contact. They're going to send Billy low a bit, but he's going to gather it up. Try to get a lap count here, too, for the stage in just a moment. I feel like that's going to really hurt Billy on that transition there. At least for the moment. It looks like 24 going to dive under him. We got 57 laps still on this stage, so on lap 7 or 8, it is only, and they're already banging each other around. So I'd say we're in for a heck of a race. I like calling Martinsville races. They're fun. There's always action. It's like these guys have got to kind of cycle off a little bit here. Just right some. Oh, 24, I believe that is shot down big time. Oh man, that's 6. EJ there. A little crazy there a second ago. Looks like he got it back under control though. Let's get back in this pack and see what's going here. Oh, 100 at 3 and the 16. I'm not sure who the 16 is. Let's see if I can get to. Oh, it's Hollywood. All right, Hollywood in the back here. Imagine he'd be able to work his way up to the front throughout. A little action with this 24 here. So they're going to get into it just a touch, but he's going to get the curve and not be able to make that pass. It's going to actually slow him down. See what's going on up front here again. Looks like JRM is just taking off on these guys. I can't even see anyone in the picture with them. A lot closer camera views here at Martinsville. There's some in the face right there. Oh, we got a little action behind here. Get to this. Oh, either Smoke just let him go or Typical just sailed it in underneath and made it stick. A little brush of the wall by Smoke, but he'll be fine. I'm sure they're all going to have some scrapes on the quarter panel or the whole side of the car, really. See Smoke get back on Typical here. Oh, Smoke with the curb. Typical been having some fast cars these last few weeks. And this series and other series too. He just came off a win at Bristol the other night in FTR. So congrats to him on that. I think he won the week before as well. It's my new teammate picked up over there on Cowboys from Hell in FTR. So he's really been shining lately. A great addition to the team, and he's been on fire. Typical has been. I didn't make a pick yet tonight. You know what? I'm going to go with Typical tonight. I'll take Typical, man. Team car looking good. I believe that JRM car is on rails in a different race here. Typical's actually not that far back. I thought JRM was way farther ahead. That's not too bad. It's still probably 45 laps just in this stage, so anything can happen. Looks like they will be having to make a pit in around 30 laps. Yeah, definitely. There's 47 still remaining. So yeah, we'll be getting pit stops, I would imagine, here in about 30, 33 maybe. Depends on if they're going to split things in half. I don't know what the exact stage count was for the total laps for the stage, but Typical driving away from Smoke, and then I think Typical's gaining on that 7. I can't get times, but let's look at it. Let's just come back to it 2 seconds. Actually, let's get to this. Okay, he's catching some lap traffic, so let's see what happens as he gets through some traffic. And we'll see what Typical can do catching up. This could definitely slow him down just a bit. It's not the easiest to pass, even with lap traffic. Looks like Bo's going to just let him go. Disrespected Bo. Let's see, we got a car down low. He's going to move right up in front of our leader. Oh, man. Leave that Shady Acres right there in that 13. That was a risky move. But no harm, no foul. Sure, JRM's just, you know, a little extra in his pants now after that. That probably scared the crap right out of him. It scared me. I'm just sitting here in the booth. We got through that pretty clean. Let's see if Typical can do the same. Looks like she's going to get out of the way. A little easier on Typical. Leave that to Hellcat. If they're coming the next car down. He's just going to let him go. Typical is gaining, I think. Maybe just a little bit. Looks like I got 16 coming up soon here. Let's cycle through to the 16. Let's see what's going on. Very much after the 16. So it should be pretty clear for a bit. 16 right the curve. Let's see if there's any other action going on real quick. Not seeing a whole lot. A little bit behind these guys. Billy all by himself on the track running 5th. AJ, I think, was in front of him. Not quite sure. Smoke. We got Shady and Bo battling there right behind them. Oh, something. Oh, shady down into the wall. Something happened to Bo too. Entering that turn, it looked like. Not quite sure. Typical's definitely picking up on Jerem now. It looks like. I don't know if that 16 held him up a bit because he looks like he just got by him. A little scrape isn't gonna matter. So that should be clear. I'm not sure. I wish I would have seen that with the 16. I don't think much was going on. Maybe it just took him a couple laps. Maybe he was just patient. It might have, probably was no issue. I can't imagine 16 really forcing too much to stay on that little lap. And man, both of them getting a little slippy there. I'd really like to see Typical run this guy down, get some action right here in the front. He is catching him. Like he's caught him pretty much. I'm sure it won't be an easy pass, so we could get some good door-to-door racing here in just a moment between these two leaders. That's what I'm looking for. Billy going through a swarm of traffic back there. He's caught AJ. I'll cycle through to that real quick if I can. Oh, man, we got some commotion down here as we go to AJ. Looks like Billy got through no problem there. I don't know what all went down. I think the 24 either pitted by purposely or he might have got pitted right there. By the looks of things, I think he might have got the short end of the stick there on that turn. Or something. Maybe he chose to. I'm not sure if he had an issue. Typical with a big gain right there. Sent it in that corner. See how this exit comes. Oh, gets a little loose. He's got up to him though. Here we go. We got 31 to go. These two are gone from the field. They're getting ready to. They're getting from where Billy was there. We saw a minute ago. Them two are like 14 seconds ahead. So like they're just about to lap the field coming up here. There goes Bo. I think this. Oh, someone just wrecked big time there. I was just about to say, I think this pass in battle here is going to have to be put on hold just for a second, get through all this commotion. I'm not sure who that was flipping, but I don't think there'll be a caution because it was just a single car. You know, it's tough to not think there'd be a caution. The car's flipping down the track, but I guess that's the virtual world. Oh, that was AJ, I think. Looks like he's going into the pits. It's not going to hurt too much other than the time he lost. Because of that, there's shady down low. They do have to make a pit, so it won't kill them, but they must have lost a lot of time there. Or AJ did at least. These guys are making time around this track like crazy. Let's be on Hellcat again. I don't think that's any fault to the other drivers. I think these two are just lights out. Like, unbelievable. Is sticking to his bumper for now. I don't know if he wants to make a move now and force anything, or just kind of ride some laps before they go pit. Looks like they'll be pitting sometime in the next 12 or so. 12, 15. Oh, Typical hits the wall pretty good there. It's going to put some gap between him and the 7. Got 24 to go. About 10 to 11 laps or so for fuel. Oh, 42 got the wall pretty good in the distance. Interesting to see if one of these drops off earlier than the other, if they try to go at the same time. There's the six back on the track. He kind of clipped the wall there too, which is pretty common here, I'd say. No damage in the series too, so use up the wall, I suppose. You get every inch of that track. I don't want to leave these two because I don't want to miss the pass for the lead. Looks like Typical's going to peak a little bit, but get back in line. Try a different line maybe here. Typical having a little bit of issues on exit right now, at least on that end. Let's see how he gets off on this one. A little bit. Oh no, he really hammers the wall. That's going to get 24 involved. And Typical might be thinking about bringing her down to pit road here soon, unless they are able to stretch this somehow. I don't think so, but not these two, the speed they were going. Anyone out there listening, you guys want to make a pick? Who you think may win this race? JRM and Typical have been the class of the field so far. Six car, I believe, right now is at least a lap down because he's already made his pit stop. Looks like Billy's going to make his pit right now. Looks like Typical. I think that might have been a signal. He sends it on in there. Yeah, so Typical going to drop it down in there. I believe the leader is actually in there too. Yeah, he just went by. Typical coming back there. We can find anyone else pitting. I know Billy's on pit road. There's Billy. A couple of these cars might have already pitted because of some things that happened. Doesn't look like Bo has, because AJ is just crunching him here. Oh, and he turns him into the wall. What was that? Oh, no. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he was just going down the path. Never mind. Never mind. I believe Shady pitted already. Not sure about Hollywood. Just went by again, so maybe not. Seven's back out on the track. See if we can see any distance. There comes Typical right now. JRM definitely got a gap here. I think that damage, that hit of the wall really cost him the time. I don't think it was a pit road related issue of why he was coming out that much distance behind. I think it was that initial or that last slam into the wall. But we'll see if he can make his way back up there. But here we are again, JRM back on front by move on Hellcat there. He's catching back to AJ. I believe it's going to keep get AJ back to at least one lap down. We got 15 to go. Showing Billy a lap down even right now. Maybe something happened to Billy. Why would he already be a lap down? Unless there's... No, everyone's pitted now. It's cycled back to JRM as the leader. Not sure. Not sure how he ended up a lap down. I didn't think he was before that. Let's see what he was before he went into the pits. Oh, 24 getting it way low. So Billy comes out 2 laps down as he exits, gets one of them back right away. I wonder how he ended up 2 laps down. I'm not sure. I think just the one he would be coming out of pits. Huh. Oh, keep an eye on that. Looks like you don't have much going on between these guys. Ooh, Shady gonna hit that inside again, and the other car, I'm not sure who that was, hit the outside. there's Billy there. He's still showing a lap down. I'm not sure if he's the lucky dog right now. I think he might be. I'm sure he's going to want to get around every car he can, though, just to make sure. Get by Shady here. He's running by himself right now. I'm not quite sure where some of these guys are right now, in position-wise. I have to say, I think it's a 7th. He's a left down. So, if anything, only the top 6 are on the lead lap at the moment. There was Bo just a second ago. We had an interview with him. He's feel too bad about the car. We'll have to see after the stage here where these guys are all cycle out position-wise. Some Shady, we got some Hollywood. I think Hollywood missed last week. Maybe that was Xfinity race. Oh, JRM, we just looked at it. It looked like he must have spun out. It looked like he lost only time, but it looked weird from where it showed his car come out there. Maybe he just got in the grass a little or something. Oh, maybe that was the end of the stage. That's why I did it. Yeah, that was the end of the stage. That's why. These guys, a couple of them still going to go rip around, get to finish their lap. Huh. Scared me a little bit there. That's twice now. I'm scared a bit from some action on the track. Got this cat sitting behind me in my chair. Making it very difficult. I'm sitting on the edge. I'm going to have to rotate him over to the sweater area. He can lay there. And I'll get the full chair. You know, oh, that's right. I was mistaken on something there. Oh. What's going on here? Am I missing something? Oh, there must be a caution. A caution must have come out and I missed it. Yes. Because the stage isn't over. There's still 5 laps in the stage. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe there's no damage, so why did JRM come in pit there? Maybe just to get some tires, I guess. Maybe there's some strategy for the next stage. It looks like Typical stayed out, and I'd imagine he'll take the lead. Billy's in making a pit stop. You see smoke right there. Anyone else down there? Is the 8 exit in? Sixteen's in his spot. So it looks like Typical will have a few extra laps in the tires, but he'll have the lead. Just give these guys a moment to cycle through. I'm not quite sure if they do a choose rule at the line. Bo's going to have to drop that car back a little bit, I would imagine. Looks like they're just going to go in order, you know, no choose, just straight stack them up. So this will be interesting. I think there's only going to be 3 left when we get the green. Typical with a great jump. He's going to bring smoke with him, and that's going to maybe make it really tough for JRM to get to Typical. Though he does rocket by smoke right there. Typical is probably hoping a little more congestion would happen there, but nevertheless, Typical's had a fast car, so he should be able to. I would think he could probably hold off for a couple laps. Looks like Billy was the lucky dog on his lap back. So that's a bonus. I'll get someone else to lap back at the stage here. Oh, JRM gonna make the move, gonna give him the bumper. Oh, and they're at the line. I'm not sure who got that. Is it still going or? Yeah, that was it. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell. That was as close as anything. Who's he gonna go to? Typical gets the stage win. Man, that was tight. JRM in second. Smoke's gonna get third. AJ in fourth, and Billy's gonna get fifth. Back on the lead lap, gets a fifth. That stage, good for him. Hollywood is sixth on the lead lap. Reckless will be your lucky dog after the stage break. followed by Hellcat, Bowhunter, and Shady Acres. Which Shady Acres is having a bit of a tough night tonight. He's showing 8 laps down right now. Bowhunter 2 laps, and Reckless and Hell are 1 lap, but Reckless will get that lucky dog. So they're all going to bring it back into the pits, and we're just about to get going here. Here we are. So typical with a great move at the end, staying out on the few lap older tires, and have a great battle to the line and picking up stage 1. We're back in the green for stage 2. Quick count here in just a second how many laps are in stage 2. 61 when they took the line. Now, it did seem earlier at least that JRM had a really fast beginning car. Not that it slowed down, but over the run. I think Typical's just got better over the run. So see JRM's going to stick it under him here. Oh, get back in line though, just in time. Tiny bit of contact there, but still gonna stay in that lead. There's a little nuts behind him. Let's get to this middle pack view of this. Some more. Camera is tough with this. It's a little bit tight. So you don't get the full views of what's going on around. We'll make do. It looks like they all hit the wall in sequence there. JRM is getting back to Typical. Not really closing the gap down the straightaway. Typical can get that curb a bit. That's gonna make a big difference. That 18 can fight back on the outside. Looks like he's not going to be able to. The pack going right here up in the front. Last start of the race, 7 took off, and everyone pretty much got spread out. A little bit of a pack behind these guys. I think Billy's leading that one. Yep. Billy was a little unsure of the car tonight. Didn't have a whole lot of time to practice it or anything, so he was a little unsure. Looks like he's hanging in there, running in the top 5. Still got lots of race left to work on it and get a little better, more to your liking. See what happens. Looks like these guys are starting to get spread out just a bit. Looks like Reckless might have got Billy there. Let's go to that. Yeah, Reckless, we might see him soon up in that front pack. I believe that's Reckless. Let's see, yeah, it is Reckless, yeah. Alright. Quick back through here. We'll just get back to that front. We're going to hit the curb just a touch. This is an interesting angle. Oh, Shady's must have taken me to the garage. Maybe that's why I was showing him so many laps down. All right. So we got 1 DNF, it looks like, so far. Yeah. Oh, that's Martinsville for you. Sure about the chain. I thought you were just having a rough day while you were 8 laps down, but it was just you left. I didn't notice. So, it's fine. This one could be a tough track. Really don't go there too often. Anybody, it's not too many in the leagues. Isn't on the schedule too often. And it's not everyone's most desirable place to go to actually race. Fun to watch. A little different to be on the track, though. These guys seem to have it figured out pretty good, though, right now. Now, this is stage 2. I noticed it took, it was about halfway through the stage when Typical finally really started building up on JRM, and now we're only 10 laps into the stage, and he's already on him. So I'd say these boys have been working on their cars. They had a couple chances there in that last stage to make some adjustments. Zipko looks really good on that entry, and he holds it pretty good on the exit. It's in him just a touch there. But looks like the 7 was hard in the brakes coming into that turn. Okay, making a battle there with Smoke. I'm sure he wants to get by him for sure. Just because. See if we can get back to that just a bit. Try to keep an eye if we can up front. I think they're still in line. I think they're still in line. We'll keep an eye on that front. Just want to see if something develops here. Really, look at we got three packs of 2. That was interesting. A little outside corner hit there. I think that was the 14 getting a little too slowed down or something down on that curb a bit. So basically the same battle going here. We're gonna get real loose there. You see that last stage, about this time, a little bit later, he was getting loose. That might have just been a one deal in there, getting that loose. But I could be wrong too, and he was hitting that wall quite a bit on exit and shooting it down. It looks like he does have it a bit better this one. It's caught JRM a lot quicker this time, that's for sure. We're going to make a move down low on Reckless. We'll complete that pass. Kind of going through the field here a bit. So we got pretty much the same up front still. Just riding. We just got by Bo. Oh, Bo went, oh no! Bo hit that curb and went real hard up there. I think he's going to have to deal with that too. I don't think we're going to get a caution for that. Not sure where Hollywood shaded or these guys. Not sure where Hollywood's right now. I can't tell. Nothing changing up here. We got a bit of separation now between 14 and the 6. Close call for Billy there. Not sure what happened with Reckless, so he might have got caught up with Bo somehow when he spun there a couple laps ago, because, oh no, he's going to go way up. Not sure if something's up with that car. He's battling good there with Billy, and maybe he just has a condition. We'll have to see. he just had something with Typical there. I'm not sure. I heard a bang. It didn't look like it was these guys. But it looks like Typical maybe crashed that wall pretty good. It did show it on the camera at first. I heard it way before it showed anything. So I switched the camera like that so quick because I thought it was behind these guys. That's weird. But we did see this happen to Typical last stage. We got a bit behind, but then he came right back up. Not sure if that was a pit signal. Or just a really loose car. Oh, Typical there. This 18 is just itching for one of these wins, too. He wants it. Right there, about 30 feet in front of you. Uh, 18 just a touch on that apron. No issues. Right back up to the 17. Yeah, I'd say he's faster. You just can't get around him. That's where maybe some pit strategy can come into play. Maybe pit it a couple laps early or get into the bumper of him, drive the curb. I don't know if that works so well. But if you can get in maybe a couple laps earlier, a couple quick laps on those tires, get the position, and then just have to basically pay defense. But he's going to have to get caught back up again. We'll see if he has the faster car now. If he gets to him again, we'll have to go with the 18 as the quickest car out there. Never know what the 7's doing. He could just be riding and saving his stuff, though. I'm sure he's got a few tricks up his sleeve. We'll go back here and just see what's going on with these two. I think they got... Oh, AJ must have had an issue there. Unless he just came out of the pits. That might have been him coming out of the pits. Well, he's right there. Looks like Reckless was gone from them. Looks like Typical is struggling a bit with that car. So maybe the issue now is the last stage, getting loose late in the run. Now, other than a caution coming out in you know, messing up the plans. I have to think if you're struggling with the car, you might want to bring it in. Anyone could pit really right now. It looks like Hollywood's in the pits. We got 22 left. What did they have last time? About 50 something. About 40 something in laps. I know they probably got about 40 laps or so in the tank. Looks like they'll be anyway, regardless of it, it looks like they'll be about 10 laps short of the stage, somewhere in that range. So any time now they can pit. Oh, we're getting loose there again, but the 42 just pounded the wall. Not sure if something broke on that 42 because he was racing fine, and then it looks like he's been struggling these last few laps. The car just really got loose. And he hasn't been able to pit it yet, or hasn't wanted to. I'm not sure. $18 is fast. He's caught the 7 every time he's had an issue. If this car was hooking up better on exit, I think he'd be gone on the... Looks like we got Billy in the pits now, and 6 didn't pit earlier, or something happened, because it looks like he's in there just in front of him. Looks like the 7 might be signaling there. Looks like the 7 did take it in. I wouldn't be too worried about a caution coming out in these moments because there's really no one on the track right now. So we'll have to see what Typical does here. He's going to keep it out. Looks like the car's driving a little better without a car in front of him. Maybe he's getting some better air on that hood. Some better air on the rear, at least something. Oh, man. I'm not sure the strategy here. We'll have to see. Looks like Typical's bringing it in now. All right. Looks like he got it in there good. Oh, I gotta think that 7's gonna be a good second and a half in front of Typical after they cycle through. Typical have about 3 laps, I think, better tires for the rest of the stage, which has, if you give me about 10 more seconds, I'll get a count here. Though it may be slightly off because it was showing Billy because of the pits. Up, down. It's showing 15 right now to the right. Get a Typical in. Let's see what's going on out here. I think we got a pack behind these guys. Let me get to that. Not sure where all these guys are running right now. Let's see where that Typical comes in. He should be coming out sometime soon. I think we might see him on the screen here. Not yet. Oh, there's Typical way back there. He's gained a lot. Him staying out there. He let that 7 really get away. See if those tires can catch him back up. Oh. I don't know. I think the 3 laps with fresh tires versus those old tires versus these 3 extra laps that Typical will now have on the 7, I just would... I'm not sure if... I think I'd rather be on the 7's strategy. Because that gained a lot of time. That looks like a good 2.5, 3 second lead that he's got to have on him for sure right now. I think the whole backstretch, that could even be more. Can't quite see. Yeah, I'm counting about a 4-second lead right now. 3 laps, second plus a lap. He's getting 16 down in the wall there. See if this will cause any issues. This leader tries to work his way through. This might allow Typical to gain some time here. But I don't think these guys are going to put up much of a fight at all. I'm guessing probably a couple of them could be a couple laps down now. So if we do end up getting a 7 car back up in the booth, we'll try to limit the interview to like under an hour. Last week's interview was the extended version, to say the least. But it was a good interview. It was a lot of good information, and it was good talk. But try to keep it under 20 minutes this time. Let's see what these guys are working on. Let him through, no problems there. Got 4 laps to go, I think, depending on... Yeah, we got 4 laps to go. I'm not sure that strategy of staying out is paying off. But better test it now than later. There's the gap there. Looks like he hasn't really gained anything. I think that is it right there. Since here I'm going to get the second stage here. Typical gets the first. Here I'm going to get the second. We're going to stack them back up. See if we can get, just in a moment here, once the screen changes on Bailey's, I should get a running order of everybody. So far we got JRM and Typical first and second. Then we got Smoke, AJ, and Billy rounding out the top three. Then Hollywood will be the lucky dog in sixth. Reckless a lap down in seventh. And then Hellcat 3 laps back. Bowhunter 5 laps back. And Shady Acres is DNF. He's minus 73 right now. So it looks like we got 121 laps in this final stage. That's double the other stages. So, here's your chance, baby. Make them adjustments now. Make them good. 'Cause you're out here for the long haul now. It's like Smoke made some kind of pit move there. Just had a great stop by his crew, and he's going to pick up that outside lane in second place. Put Typical in third. Interesting. Oh, but he gets sent right away up. Oh, and he's in the wall. Oh, there's more action behind him. See if we can get the other view. Oh, I switched to the wrong thing. Well, I think it was just maybe a slap of the ball. It doesn't look like anyone was spun, but something happened to that 14. A little shot of that camera and everything above again. That was kind of neat. Held it together at least. So if you can see them gains. He gets a good run in, and then Seven definitely gets a better run off. He's really sending it. They're both really sending it in. Seven gets that run off and just takes off. It looks like Typical's going to hang with him here. Keep Seven in the frame. Turn 4 exit looks better for the 7. Oh, Typical gets wide. That was that 6 there. Yeah, definitely 7's taking it easier going in, but having a better launch off. With these, the 18 and the 6, they're kind of sending it in a little harder and not being able to get to the gas quite as soon. Yeah, this all plays out. See my man Billy get up there, battle it out with these boys a bit. Like I said, he wasn't too sure of the car and that. Didn't have a ton of practice, so he was running some fast practice laps, but wasn't sure they would translate over. It was a daytime practice too versus the nighttime here, so the car will handle different. And you never know, but he wasn't too sure that he'd be able to carry them practice times into the race. Thinking that the race would just be a lot slower times. But nevertheless, he's still holding top 5 right there. Martinsville is a pretty finicky track too. As you can see, with these two are really the class of the field, but you got another pro driver right behind them that's struggling to keep up with these two. And then AJ as well back there. So like some big names here at the front. It just shows how fast the 7 car and the 18 have been, especially lately. 7 car has been really good at the short tracks. So they're making everyone look bad. Billy, it's not just the car. I did say he didn't get much time to practice. He does run FTR, so there's always a lot to go on there. So it makes it tough, with work, with life, and family, and all those things, and then practice all these different cars. So, and all the practice in the world sometimes can't help at Martinsville. But you're looking good out there, Billy. Hanging in there. Go get that 6 car right in front of him, my man. Well, a lot of the same so far up in the front. See if we can get on Billy here. See some lines that he's running. He's catching that 6. Maybe he heard me. Okay, I didn't say all that while I was watching the car, so I didn't give him a curse. Now we can watch it without a commentator curse issue. A lot of times I picked Billy to win. Kind of gave me the heads up to not pick him, and I still wanted to. Still wanted to pick him. But I respect the man's wishes. Looks like he's rotating that corner pretty good. I don't really see any issues with the car. Looks like he's got a good car. It just shows that these other cars are just fast. It could just be the simple, a little bit of not being able to get down the track so much to run the laps. Just to fine tune little things or just find little ways around the track. Because like I said before, we never really go to Martinsville. And, we never mess around on it too much even. We've just been to New Hampshire and Bristol. And then to come to here, it's a lot of short tracks and they're all so different. This one's very difficult in a lot of ways. It's flat turns, it's carrying a lot of speed in, you got the curb down low. There's a lot of different ways to mess this track up. Looks like he's getting a nice turn around there. He's getting a good exit. Looks pretty solid off the exit. Looking good, Billy. I think you get that car back up there. Let's go. AJ getting a little loose. You don't see that out of the 8 car. I haven't seen that at all out of the 8 car tonight. Let's see if we have any action difference at the front. Looks like the same thing going on here. We're gonna give these guys some space. It's a good little battle right here. I feel like he's getting there. He's gaining and then he's losing and he's gaining. Losing like. What else is going on around here? We got Eccles in the 24, 42 in the 24. Not sure where these guys Eccles is a lap down in 7th. He's in the lucky dog spot right now. It's Hollywood. Hollywood's up there in 6th still. Quietly going about the race tonight. 7 putting a little bit of distance now on the 18. I'm going to keep going to this battle. There we go. Yeah, just something happened there. Looks like the 6 just kind of lost it up there. And Billy's able to get by. There go Billy, not top 4. Let's go get that next car. I think he's been gaining too throughout this on that smoke for the most part. And now that he's gotten clear, I think he can start making some gains. Yeah, he's definitely gaining on that 3rd place spot. So the front 2 have just taken off on the field. We're about mellowed out. I'll get back to the front again here for a second. Oh, it goes right back on him. These 2 right here are just setting a crazy pace right now. Because, like, I know the 3 drivers behind them are fast drivers, and these guys are 8.5, probably 6.5 or 6 seconds ahead of smoke. But, like, the next couple cars are 8-9 seconds ahead. Like, that's insane. They're half a track. And a few of these guys, typical going for the move here. Got the position. Looks like he'll complete the pass. Nice pass there. Even through that pass, they're still gaining time on these guys. Oh, maybe they did. It looks like they might have lost a couple tenths there through the pass. But they'll get it back. He's working on that 14. He's not losing any time. He's slowly gaining. Keep an eye on the times, and if he starts getting a little closer there, I'll get some of that action in there too. But there's really not much other racing going on other than this. And see Bo down low, but Typical is driving off now. Excuse me, on the 7 car. I don't think we've seen JRM this far behind anybody on these short tracks these last few weeks. I'd say the 18's just more hungry at this point. He wants that win. He wants it. I want it for him too. I picked him. I'd love to interview him for the top spot tonight. I'm sure he'd be excited as anything. It's not jinx him too much here, but be good for now. Keep that car under him for the long runs. I'm thinking they might have to pit twice here. Yeah, they'll have to pit probably twice. Oh, I just jinxed them. All right, I'm gonna go to the 7 car. We're gonna talk to the 7 car. I don't want to jinx any of these guys now. We're gonna reset in just a moment. We're gonna give you guys just a little silent moment, reset all them jinxes, and let you guys just flip through the field slowly. I just need a minute. So we did see Billy come into the pits a little bit earlier than these guys. Got the 7 in there now. Typical's still out on the track. Man, I just heard some banging there. Let's see Typical comes in this time. See if Billy, though, can, by short pit and smoke there a couple laps, see if he can gain some time on him. We'll see in just a moment. Billy's back out on the track. Looks like the 7's back out. Not sure when Typical's going to bring it in. Yes, Typical is leading at the moment. He still needs to make his pit stop, which might, he's pitting now, which might put the 7 back in front of him. Once it cycles through, because he went about 3 laps before the 18 did. There goes the 7 there. That'll just get one of the laps back. So yeah, Typical is leading at the moment. The Smoke has assumed the lead, but I'm assuming he's going to be pitting anytime now. Let's see if we can get the Smoke here and see if he brings it down. He's going to keep it out there. Now I'd have to think Billy is gaining a lot of time on this 14. Here he goes to 14 to pit now. So Billy was out there for about 6-7 laps on the newer tires versus those old ones. So I'm not too sure that'll play out too well for the 14. We'll have to see. I'm thinking this is the leader right now. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's how it is now by about 3 seconds. So, those extra laps Typical stays out. Let's see how it plans this time. It's not just a 20-lap run like at the end of the stages. They still got a whole other pit cycle to go through. We'll see now on a full run how those three-lap fresher tires, work out for the 7 or for the 18. So through all that, Billy is now 4.5 seconds ahead of Smoke. The 6 car is showing as the leader right now, actually. But he needs to pit. See if we can get to that 6 car there and see what his plans are. It's like he might need to take it to pit road here soon. He's banking on a caution because I think he has a few of these guys lapped down. He's going to be getting really hurt on the lap times right now. Versus all these fresh tires that they're. RM's got a 3.5 second lead on Typical right now. Looks like the 6 is bringing it into the pits, so that'll cycle the 7 back to the lead. He's going to take over that lead from Typical in that pit exchange. But the 18 will have 3-lap fresher tires for this whole run. And we'll see how that all works out. So you can see the 7 right there, just about to put Smoke a lap down. Huh. That's your 2 pro leaguers right there driving their own cars. And one's putting the other one a lap down, I believe, right now is about to happen. Didn't expect to see that. I'm not sure if something happened to the 14. Maybe just all that extra time on the track cost him a lot. Or something might have happened, because I don't think Smoke was that much in danger of going a lap down before the pit stop. He was actually a couple seconds ahead of Billy, and Billy wasn't in no danger of that. So I'm not sure. Now that's going to move that 8 car Billy Holcomb up to 3rd place now. We might get him in the booth still, right? I had faith in him. He didn't have the most faith in the car. I was like, you're good, man. You got this. Just work on it and ride it out. Looks like he's done that so far. We'll get back to that 8 car. He's looking good now. Top 3. He's got about a 3.5 second, 2.2 second lead on Smoke, which means he's yeah, they're coming up on lap, getting too close to him. Got a lap down too. These two have been fast. They're getting ready to lap the field here. And this has been through one pit cycle. This is only not even halfway through the first or third stage. That's unbelievable. It couldn't have been a penalty for these guys. It couldn't have. It might have been a penalty for the 14 to put him there. I didn't think these guys were that far behind. I'm not sure what happened there through that pit cycle. It's interesting. We'll have to find that out later. We're still about 3 seconds back. There goes 7. Going to put that 14 car of Smoke a lap down. I'm really surprised to see that. Also put AJ a lap down. Actually, Hollywood's showing right now 5th too. Smoke is still 4th. AJ in the 6th. They did have a little bit of an issue just a few laps before the pits. You saw him really get high in the one corner, and Billy was able to get under him. He might have had an issue. Oh, actually, that's right, too. He stayed out about 6-7 laps extra. Then the rest of them, that's really been biting them now. Yeah, Hollywood's up there, some car, man. Quietly, you know, I haven't really seen him battling too much. Let's get to him. He's right there. There we go. He's been hanging around. He's in 5th right now. Yeah, going about his business, just riding the laps. Haven't really seen any issues with him tonight. Shady's still out. And then we get that car fixed. Sure, he's going to want to come back out. The way these guys are just torching this field right now. The 49 to go still. Typical has eaten a good half second back into this lead now. These tires, these 3-lap fresh tires may come into more into play later in this run than they did right off the bat. You know, like Typical was catching them in the last at the end of that stage on equal tires. So I would imagine he could really start gaining on them now. Looks like Billy just got eaten up too there. Wait, what did that? Oh, something happened. Oh, never mind. Smoke was able to get by Billy there. And Smoke, they did get by 8. I didn't even notice. It was Typical by the 8. Smoke was able to get through there somehow too. Billy had a little bit of wall action there. Didn't get on him here. Looks like Smoke's kind of coming back to him again, though. No, I think there was Billy hard off the wall again. Let me go back a little bit and check that out. So there's actually Billy's car. There we go. Let's see what happened here. He's third there. He gets back. There's smoke coming right up on him here. I don't think anything crazy happens. Oh no, Billy did get really high up on the track. And that's how the 14 was able to get under, and that's what happened. All right. Well, that's basically exactly what happened to AJ just before the pits. He was able to, that's where Billy got under him when this basically the exact same thing happened. He just shot up in that corner, and it's pretty slow up there. So it's going to be tough to tell now if he's gaining. I think Typical's gaining still here. Looks like a closer in the mirror. 7. That's going to hurt the 7 there. Gets clear of the 16, Hollywood there, but he hit that curve pretty good. That will definitely slow him down. Car will slow down there on the inside. So that strategy didn't seem to really work with only like 10, 15 laps left in the stage, those extra 3 laps, but it looks like they're, it's paying off now when we get the full second run on those fresher tires, because he is really gaining on it now. So when he gets to him, I'll try to get this overhead view going again on these two, see if we can see the pass or something happened that way. Extreme Dirt, what you mean miss me during the Eldora race? Me on the call, or you won't find me in the Eldora race? Unless you're talking to the ski boy, or ski car. I think I watched a little bit of that though from Smoke's view. Is definitely gaining. Yeah, I didn't announce it. I race on Sundays and a couple other nights, so I'm not able really to do all the races. I definitely could do the Cup and the Xfinity tomorrow, but probably won't be able to do the Dirt Series races. Unfortunately, just because I got a race too. Especially watching these guys for Friday and Saturday night. By Sunday, I'm just itching to get in the car. Actually, in the truck, technically. That's what we're running right now. Sundays in the truck, too. Over at FTR. Yep. Good to see you joining into the stream and watching the racing. You two, the scoot car there, making some comments and that. It's good to see. Yeah, good short track racing tonight, man. These two have been going at it. They are lighting up this field, that's for sure. They're the only 2 cars on the lead lap. And really the only 2 that I've been able to hang up here like this. Oh, there goes the 7 down low. Did he go into the pits purposely, I wonder? Yeah, it's been a pretty good race. There's been some action. It's been clean. It's pretty equal through a lot of the other cars, but not so much these front 2. They have just been picking them up and putting them down. Looks like we're back to some pit cycles again here, unless JRM is just really going to, try to really pit early on them and really gain a lead. Oh, that could be typical pitting. Yeah, I'm not sure if anything would have come about with that 24 if it affected his entry, but we'll see. See if here comes the 7 coming out now. We'll see in just about a lap or 2 how this little cycle's out. Let's go back through this field a little bit. Some Hollywood. Shady is on the other side of them. Oos right there behind the 24. Oh, okay. Just can't see him. He's been out. There comes Billy through into the pits. Go out in the track. Hellcat, like we just spoke of. We got Reckless out there ripping some laps. Him and Smoke battling a little bit right now. That's not for position. Thinking Reckless is 1 lap down, I think. Maybe 2, actually. Showing Hollywood 2 now as well. There's the, what did I just do? There we go. I saw a whole bunch of action there. Yeah, there's a bunch of action right in front here with Typical. Gonna get under now. Oh, going on way. Just gonna have to bring this one on the high side. Gonna kind of hurt that lap time. So you two out there, Extreme and Scoot Car, you get to pick one. I already picked Typical. You could pick them still, but my initial pick of the race was Typical. So far right now, what do you guys think? Who you guys picking? We pick anyone, but I would imagine it's gonna be out of these 2 cars. Actually, to anyone out there, anyone wants to make a pick, you could win this race. Those who just tuned in, this 18 and this 7 car have been your leaders all night. 7 is out in front, but he has been pitting earlier. And the 18 does have fresher tires. That'll get you guys a lap count. I think there's about 30 to go still, though. And Typical, then the 18 that has definitely keeps catching back up to the 7. So it's not, it is not over yet. Let's see, just a sec here, lap count. This is the interval, about 3 seconds probably. We got 25 left to go. These 2 are the only cars on the lead lap. Actually, technically they're not. Right now, probably the only cars because of the pit cycle. But I think actually maybe everyone did pit. Yeah, they're probably the only 2 on the lead lap. Let's Scoot Car, I'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, that's a good pick to make there. Typical is a good one to pick. He's got 25 laps to use them tires. I think they actually pit at the same time. We'll have to see. Maybe it was 1 lap extra. But, I don't know. Maybe if the 7 was just holding a little in the bank, you know, in reserves, and he's letting it loose now. Let's see. Oh, you can see the distance there. If we can get off this exit here, we should be able to see at the end of the straightaway. Here comes Typical now. Well, you better pick it up. Don't know who to go to. Who's gonna get traffic first? I think Typical probably catches 3 car in the next corner or 2. We're gonna keep it up there. He keeps it up in the turn. That's good. Let's go back to 7. I did see, I think, Hollywood up in front of him there. Oh, maybe not. No. Is that Billy again? Come on. That is the 8 car again. Not sure if that's going to put him back too. Billy's really catching it. Oh, he caught that 6 already. Oh, looks like the 6 there. Sounds like the 6 grinded the wall pretty good there. Oh, Billy gonna go way up there. That's gonna, I'm not sure if that just put Billy 2. I'm not sure where they're at. Oh, Billy actually cut the wall pretty good on that. I saw it on his stream. Sure, they're sick of turning left so quickly every time here too. That's a lot of turns. We got 240 laps, so that's 480 turns around this track, all within 20 seconds per lap. Gets old quick. see, typical is not gaining. It doesn't look like this time. Seven's got a couple cars here to deal with, though. They're side by side, so he ain't going anywhere. Excuse me. They're going to keep it side by side, too. This is really going to hold him up. Could bring Typical back. Coming in the picture a little more and more. They're going to be out of the way this time. Oh, no, the 42 almost takes him out. For a dull moment. It's the worst feeling when you're in the car there driving it and you got a good lead, everything's going fine, and then you go by a lap car and just something happens. Anything could happen, and it just freaks you out. Because I know he just wants green flag runs right here. That's it. They haven't had, I think they had just the one caution in stage 1, and they've been green since then. So I'm sure he just wants to keep it going. Typical, on the other hand, might not share the same feelings on that. See if we can get back to Typical here. He's going through all this traffic right now. What's that, scoot car? Even more so at a short track. I'm not quite sure what I said. For what you mean there. Oh, anything? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's so many things that could go wrong so quickly. One little bounce off the wall, spins across the track, bounces off the inside, comes back up. So many little things. Someone hits the curb and gets sideways. Wish I could see the times. It looks like he's catching them now. He definitely looks like he's catching them now. Let's see the difference. There we go. Back to him and see the shot coming down to 2. We'll see how much he's gained through that picture. Oh, yeah, he's gained a lot. He does bounce the wall there. He's coming. What do we got? We only got 4 to go. He's got to move now. And he's really turned it on right now, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Actually, there's probably less than that because Billy, I think, is down. So there might only be 2 laps left or 3. I'm not sure if that's it there. That'll be it. I can't tell the times, which lap it was, but that looks like that's it. And that looks like your winner right there, that 7 car at JRM. Strong effort by Typical. Ended up just a couple seconds back. No, 1 second back. So he did gain back a lot of time. And they did lap the field. So we got JRM at first. Congrats. And Typical in second. Smoke's going to be your third. He's a lap down. Followed by Billy in fourth. He was 2 laps down. And then the screen changed, so I didn't get to see from 5th on back. Oh, here we go. We got AJ is in 5th. Also 2 down. And Hollywood is 3. 6, but 3 down. Reckless was 7 laps down in 7th. Hellcat was 9 down in 8th. Bowhunter was in 9th place down 16. He had a bit of a rough night. And then Shade Acres down 195 laps, round out that top 10. So, yeah, good win by the 7 there. Scoot looks like he was parked on the track there, enjoying it. And we'll see if we can get these guys up in the booth. They absolutely set the mark for that track. They took care of that field, those two. It's good to see how those two, too. It wasn't just one of them doing it, and the other one was fast, but still way behind. They were right together the whole race, pretty much, doing all that. Like lapping the field, battling each other, which is impressive. Yeah, it was a 250 lap race, so that's 500 turns. We'll see if we can get these two up here. Let me jump into the chat here and send them a message. Let's quit the race. Oh, I better get out of here. I don't want to go to Martinsville, that's for sure. Oh, I guess those guys will get it. I think they've all been to the booth before. I meant to put it in the other one. Yeah, this one here. Let's see what we got here. All right, well, we got typical. Let's see about getting JRM, and Smoke was the third. I'm pretty sure the 7's got to have a way in here still. There he is. Give it just a moment, see if we can get the 14 in here. Where is it? There it is. There's 14. Is Brandon coming?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just heard from Smoke. Just put a message on the stream, said he doesn't deserve an interview after tonight. So congrats to JRM and Typical. Typical. Well, I put third. I think he meant second. They're on a different level right now. Said to you guys, and I would have to agree with the on a different level statement, because guess we'll switch over to Typical here. We'll start with you, Typical. You guys were on a different level, man. You guys were gone with the field. Like, you two were battling each other in lapping the field. Like, tell us about the car there, man. Or how'd you go?
I had a really good car, and so did Gornick. He made less mistakes than I did, and his short pits would give him 3 or 4 seconds on him, and I couldn't run down on the last couple laps, and I got it down to 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I should have ran longer on that last stop, I guess, but the tire fall off wasn't really that far off either, so I don't think it really did me no good doing that. So,
Yeah, I was noticing, like, in the first 2 stages, you stayed out, I think, 2 or 3 extra laps, and then you were gaining back, but the stage would run out. So it was looking like it was really working, because you got the full second run when you pitted. I think it was 2-3 laps after the first pit stop in stage 3, and you were running them back down again. But I think, did you guys pit on the same lap, the last pit stop?
no, he pitted 1 or 2 laps before me.
Just the 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I ran him down, he dipped in the pit road.
Yeah. So I would have liked to see kind of a little more of that play out, but I guess that's probably why the 7 ducked it in, because he didn't want to see it play out. But yeah, he definitely had a fast car all night. There was a couple times it looked like he got a little loose off of, I'm not sure if it was 2 or 4, but Like, it was
Yeah.
only really late in the runs, but other than that,
Yeah.
you guys were rock solid.
If I had a little bit more control in my car, I think I would have got there more than I did.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, it
I don't
was.
know.
How was it with the lap traffic around and stuff? Is there any issues really with getting through cars and stuff?
No, I think Gornick had more of a hard time getting through cars than I did. I think people
Yeah,
let me by pretty cleanly.
yeah. I got
Yeah.
held up a couple times on accident. I got almost sent down pit road. I got curbed, I think twice. I had a
Yeah.
hard time getting around smoked at one point. I
I
don't think
saw.
he realized he didn't. He wanted to see where he was off, and he's asking me, and I'm like, I don't care about that right now, bro. Get out of my way. It was
Yeah.
like not to be an a-hole or anything, but I was
Yeah.
like, he's not that far off. People are expecting me to be 8-10 seconds ahead of the guy, but he was there the whole time, and I felt like I missed something on the long end because I thought I had good long run, but like I don't know, there was like I feel like half the race I had the long run in the front half. I figured out like the long run those last 10 laps, the car really goes into another transition. But then the last part of the race, he figured something out better.
Yeah.
I swung the wrong way. I don't know what I did. I want to look back and see, but
Mhm. Yeah. There
definitely
was.
not as definitely not as dominant as the other three. But
Yeah.
I'll take a win when I can get one. My
Yeah.
short run was amazing. My low fuel, I hit an 18.7 low fuel. Like
Yeah.
that's absolutely ripping. Like
Yeah. Well, I noticed a few times throughout the race, Typical definitely looked as the laps went on, definitely looked faster. He was running you down a lot of the times. Like he came up, he caught you quite a bit too in that first, right off the first, like when the green flag dropped, because you took a good lead. But the 18, he crept back up in there, and then it was you two the rest of the night. Like Typical, the only thing you were catching him, but then seemed late. There was a couple times he got a little loose and then swung down a
yeah,
bit, and then it
he
was
he
kind of
was
getting it
Mistakes.
back.
he was making more mistakes than me. And then like I'm not even gonna lie, he got me a couple times in the bumper, and I would have let him go, but he was driving it in so deep and getting
Hmm.
me in the bumper. I'm like, I feel like if I just lay over, like that just kind of sets the precedent. And I was like, I'm keeping
Yeah.
this lead. You know what I mean?
I
like,
had some,
like
yeah, I had some good
I,
views of that because I was watching the overhead view of you guys for a while like that, and
I
really
can't, I
watching. He
can't,
was really
I,
gaining on the entry, and then you were getting
yeah,
it
I
off
can't wait to
exit.
watch that. I can't
Yeah.
wait to
I
watch that.
I don't think I ever hit you on my screen. I
Uh,
thought that
I,
was just your
I
blindsiding
think,
you.
I think you got me about 10, 12 times.
There
I'm not
might have
even
been
gonna
some
lie.
little rubbing spots and that little bumps, but there's the bubble in that, so you
I'll
never
watch my
know.
screen back, but
Well,
I don't think I touched you really.
that's what I said though. I knew that bubble was there. So like you kind of you have control over that lead car when you're driving it. If you're driving it in deeper than them, you have control of that lead car as long as you're within a couple tenths. But I swear that one time I looked at the interval, he was point 0.4 back. I drove into turn one and he got my bumper. I was like, how?
Yeah.
How are you driving it in from
I was
four
seeing
tenths
that with the
back and catching
times.
my bumper?
I
I
was
was like,
seeing that the
how?
times. Like
But
he would be say point 0.5, and it would go down to like point 0.2, and then back up to point 0.5, and then back down to point 0.2,
I was like,
then back
how,
point
man?
0.4, and it was just
It was
slowly creeping.
it
But
was
like the numbers were
definitely
changing fast.
I was definitely feeling it on entry. Like I was like, man, I'm backing up my corner. I should be wrapping the curb, and I wasn't. Like I was drifting up a lot more. But I mean, I said that he was going to be quick, and I thought he was going to be better than me maybe the first 10 laps. But then after that, I thought, I was going to pull away. But he found something real like long run. His car was way straight on exit. That's what I noticed. It was like extremely straight and all the way up by the wall. Like he was cutting, like I'd say 7/8 of the turn. It looked like he was off the bottom, and he only came down like the last 300 feet. And I'm like, man, like this is a weird line. But Martinsville will produce that. You'll see different lines. I mean, it'll be all on the bottom, but the way
Yeah,
everybody wraps the curb, I like that. Seeing that.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, props to him though that it wasn't just a walk in the park for me. I got a lot of laps led, but I was kind of hoping I would at least have won by a couple more seconds. But you
Well,
know how it is.
it
Can't
kind of
get it
looked.
all.
It looked like at the end that it took a little bit longer. Okay, right before the last pit stop, Typical seemed to really be gaining on you, and then you both you pitted whenever a lap or two apart. But then it didn't seem like there was much changing for a bunch of those
No.
laps after that last
Supposed
pit
to
stop.
fall off.
Yeah,
Fast.
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden it looked like just Typical. I think in the last 10 laps you gained like 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, it was 2 seconds.
He was in traffic, so
I
it kind
had
of
a
helped you out.
really bad spot with Hollywood was fighting Reckless, I think, for position, and I was kind of like, I hesitated for a full lap to figure out what I wanted to do, and I kind of like forced myself in the way, and Hollywood got into me, and I almost, I got real squirrely. But I was kind of like, man, like, I know you guys are fighting for a position. I don't mean to do that, but I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like,
I got that one. I got that one on camera there, and I was like, oh man, because he got sideways a bit, and he was right there, and it was like, oh man, that'll get you get the blood flowing.
I felt bad because like they were fighting for a position, and Hollywood's been good, man. He was like he's been really like patient.
Yeah.
And just taking his time. And I'm good to see guys coming in and being consistent, even if they don't feel they're that fast. Those guys are going to prosper if they just keep taking what the car gives them. You'll be so surprised to figure out, like, okay, if I don't step over this cushion, like, I'll just take what the car gives me, like, that pans out. You know what I mean? Like, today, Typical probably actually had a better car than me on time, but I made less mistakes. I feel like, I had some woes passing people, but just taking what it's going to give you means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the experience goes a long way. I hope that seemed like a way better race to watch on stream. I hope it was that good. I'm going to take a look at it.
Yeah, Martinsville
really
always puts good stream races on because there's a lot of action all the time. It's a lot of side by side. There's, like there's always traffic going on all the way around the track. Even with a bit of a smaller field, you still get a lot of action. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a fun stream to watch. It's a lot of moments. Got a couple people, Scoot Car here and Extreme Derp and making some comments. I did take Typical to win, actually, and then so did the one Scoot Car here in the chat. He took Typical to win late there when I asked him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, he was coming. I mean, he's right there.
That's all good.
I wanted to fifth or sixth times in a row I came second.
I know. That's what I was saying.
One
like,
day,
you must be hungry.
Just one day I get it.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna get it tonight too. I really did.
We have wins in like some of the FTR stuff, right?
Yeah, FTR.
Yeah, you just won at Bristol last night, or what, 2 nights ago. One, I think. Did you win the week before there too? I think not at Bristol, but I mean in FTR.
Yeah, Texas.
Yeah,
I
Texas.
thought how Bristol went for me. I thought that's how it was gonna go for Martinsville.
Well, my car, it was the car, and sometimes it was me just overdriving it. But my car sometimes wasn't consistent on the exit, and I get loose without expecting it.
Because you could stretch fuel. So guys, I think like AJ and Smoke maybe? Someone else stretched fuel besides AJ. AJ got a good finish. I think he got third.
Fourth.
Was it? Or was it fourth?
Yeah, Smoke was third.
But he was really close. He was really close, and that's also what made me go down pit road. Because I didn't know how many laps I was going to lose going down pit road. I didn't know if it was 2.5. And I was like, man, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to stay out and not have enough time to run someone back down.
Yeah, I think it was 2 laps, but as soon as you exit, I think, or as soon as
I was right there.
You got it back
right away. Down, so I knew he wasn't gonna be a factor because he was gonna go 3 laps down by the time we put it.
I think I passed him coming off pit road, like literally as soon as because that's where I was confused. Like as soon as I came out of the pits, like literally like coming out of turn 2, he was right to my outside. I don't know if I ever got to him, but it was like close. And then once I thought, I was like, okay, wait a minute, he's still got to save those 30 laps or whatever. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, like, then it hit me. I was like, I should be good. But then I knew he was going to be a factor too. So
Yeah, he
anyway,
stayed out a bunch of extra laps after you guys pitted. I don't know if he was on a strategy or not, but then he finally brought it in, and it lost him a lot of time.
I feel like sometimes that helps you, but it would have helped more, say, if by the end of the race he was pitting like 10 laps later than me. You know what I mean? Like something like that would have been more drastic. But I think it was just like a handful of laps. I think maybe 2, 3, 5. I don't know.
Well, he stayed out at least 7 or 8, but the problem was, like, losing, you got to be losing almost a second or something a lap with the old tires versus you guys coming out with brand new tires.
We were only falling off a couple tenths. Like,
Yeah,
we were
really?
like, yeah, we were literally hitting like 3s and 4s at the end. Like, we were rolling, dude. Like, trust me.
We were crazy.
Nobody else was saying
that. That was the thing, though. I was thinking that it looked like, because you were pitting early, that you were getting back in front of them because the time you were gaining on tires. Because every time you guys pitted, it seemed you guys were close, even though you stayed out the extra laps. But then when you cycled through, you seemed to have quite a lead that typical had to run you all the way back down again every time. Was that just
I don't know.
You guys entering?
That wasn't no like run down or anything. It was just a short pitting given that.
Yeah. I will say, though, my first laps coming out of pit road, though, they were on point. I would hit 18.8. I hit an 18.8 on full fuel that lobby. Like that
could be it then. Just maybe the initial couple laps.
I think I gained some time those first 5, 6 laps because it was 8s and 9s those first 5 laps, and I just really because I figured it was going to be overlooked. You know what I mean? Like those first couple laps, and I'm like, I gotta come out and just bang away. Because I think that first stage, I came out, man. I was one of those stages. I know, like where I hit them 7s. I literally hit a 7 and like 8 or 9 8s after that, and I was like, that was perfect. Like whatever I did low fuel there, I'm gonna write it down. But
because I was just noticing that it seemed that you were losing about 2.5 seconds of time through the cycle of the pits. And I was just figuring that was straight from the short pick where he was losing about, say 3/4 of a second for those 3 laps. But then
50,
gaining back.
It was probably 50-50. I'd say some of it was gained the first couple laps and the rest gained at the end of the run. Because it was weird too. Like, I don't know if you noticed this. Say you were so far into a run and you hit, like, I had this issue where it was like, I'd have 2 really bad laps, and it would be slow. Like, say lap 20, I don't know, we were hitting like 2s or like high 1s, and then we'd get to like lap 28 and then 29, and it's like all of a sudden the car wouldn't turn for 2 laps, and you hit like a 4 and another 4. Sometimes you could slow it down, maybe hit a 3 or something, but then like, then all of a sudden you're kind of slowing down, and like, I know at the one point when he got back by me, he got ahead, started leaving me, and then it was like in 3 laps I caught back up to him, and I was like, what the heck? And I was like, he must be going through the same thing I am, where it would just like, it's like you glitched, and all of a sudden the tires went away, and you just lost like 2/10 a lap for 3 laps. Yeah. I remember I hit a 2 on like lap 36 or something. I was like, I've never in my life hit a 2 that deep into
Dude, you're
a
telling
run.
me.
And
Yeah,
I was
I've
like,
never done that either.
And I was like, I was like, this was nothing like I practiced. And I think it's just the lobbies are a little different. But I tell you what, though, the inconsistency in the lobbies, it may be frustrating because you have to track the car, but it makes you better. It really does. And I think he's starting to catch on to some of the things I was saying. You know what I mean? Like the tighter off exit means so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are still alive. We should probably not make this thing run another hour extra after like last week.
No.
So
maybe not.
Let me wrap it up and we can continue on. But
no fireball. I just have a crown today. I'm not a fireball.
Oh, that's right. It was the fireball. Yeah, that kind of, I had a couple cold ones myself, so things kind of got carried away a little bit. And so we'll cut it in half at least this time. But there you go, everybody. There's your 2 winners, man. Some another great great insight on some of the racing and things like that. Joe, you're great with some of the insight on the racing and stuff like that. So that's why I just let you go, and say the things you want to say that helps people out there that are listening. They get to learn some things and watch some great racing. Same with you, typical. He's got good things to say, and you guys show it on the track too. Like you guys dominated tonight. You lapped the field, so what can you say?
Yeah, I've never finished second when I lap a whole field. It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy that and that you guys had lapped the field almost by the first pit stop in that stage. So pretty crazy, man. So great job by you two. Congratulations there. I think this is the fourth win now for you.
Yeah,
So,
four wins. They're all on short tracks.
nice.
I need a win on a mile or longer. Something that's not a
No,
short track.
you don't got to win no more.
Well,
Done.
I want to win on something bigger than a short track. I know my short track stuff's good. I gotta get something better. My pitting, Talladega's gonna be nuts. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like, well, you get your chance at something next week because we're going to Talladega next week.
You know how pitting is there, man. Like
yeah.
you gotta pit, you gotta get in and out and be with the pack.
A lot
if
can
you
go on at
speed,
Talladega. You're gonna see a lot of different
Yeah.
racing too because everyone pretty much will be, tight together and that. So it's gonna be different than the short tracks. I find definitely shows the skill gap between drivers and stuff. You get a lot more spread out on some of these harder like Martinsville and New Hampshire and that. No wonder they don't get raced a lot generally by everyone. So they're not too many people really are super fast at some of those tracks because they just don't get the time on them that often.
Yeah,
But
it's a very niche track, man.
yeah, but a lot of people got time on Talladega, so there's everyone's got a setup or two or three for Talladega, and can keep in the draft and keep it interesting. So we should get some good battling next week with the whole pack. Hopefully it keeps that way too. Through the pit stops and that because pit stops can mess things up there. But we'll see how it goes. Then you got Dover after that, and then the playoffs start. So you guys are getting through the schedule pretty quick here. I think that is. Oh, this was actually 6th. I have it as 5th. So that was halfway through the season right now. Well, until next week, everybody. We got Talladega next week. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and drop a like on the video and a comment or something like that, and let us know what's up. We're just trying to get this channel to grow and bring you guys some more great racing. So on to Talladega, and for myself, I'm Middletown. I got JRM and Typical in the booth right now giving their interviews, and we're gonna say goodnight to you guys. So for PTI Motorsports, like I said, I'm Middletown 11, and we'll see you guys next week at Talladega. Good night, everyone.
Peace.
What?